Does anyone want to recap last session? Get inspiration? As normal?
If no one volunteers, I have a fix for that.
I swear to God, don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you fucking do it.
I want to see this fix. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, he's just going to post a link to the video because he's a dick.
The thing is, I actually don't need inspiration because I'm a human.
No, you don't.
So I don't have to do a recap.
Normally it's Johnny that does the recap.
My character died.
I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can run a recap. I just thought the silence was funny.
Well, let's start where we left off last time. Like the previous session. We were halfway through this haunted house with spiders. We managed to clear the first floor, so last session we went upstairs to check what was going on there and found this big, I don't remember what it was called even, but big spider and a few more wolf spiders. We did manage to handle those, and then we were teasing Johnny by entering this room we were not supposed to enter for some reason. And then we fled really fast home, where we met this stranger inviting us to join this kind of obscure organization that they could not tell us anything about, for a mission they couldn't tell us about, on terms we didn't know. And he also stated that 2 people would be contacted and convince the rest to still participate in this obscure contract. And I think that is where we ended last session.
Yep. The only detail I think you're missing out is the locked room with the secure door and reinforced walls.
True, we did spend a lot of time breaking into that.
Yeah, for absolutely nothing. Where a key
Yes,
was
yeah.
later found by Ethan's character, and she just put the drawer away again. She just shut
Yeah,
the
just close the drawer.
This will
Refuse to
cause
acknowledge
more
this.
trouble than it's worth.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what happened last session. So if you want to take a inspiration, Chris, you can.
Hell yeah.
Everybody on the VTT.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we got Rurik, Wauvin, Zinon, Sedna. There's Chris. Not Chris. Chav.
Where's Salgama?
Where's the dog? Give me the dog.
The dog died.
Fuck you.
Dog's fine. Does the dog make death saving throws if they go down?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it is a like part of the party.
All right. So the dog, admittedly as we level up though, over damage.
The dog goes on. It's like a Pokemon. It faints, and then you have to.
It respawns in the fireplace of our apartment.
I don't think that's how Pokemon work.
It's a hellhound.
I haven't played Pokemon for a while, but yep, we do find ourselves coming back to Zinon and Wauvin as they've gone back home after that peculiar meeting in the tavern, and they found themselves with somebody waiting in their kitchen, sat on a chair, legs up on the table, and crushing some form of nut in their hands as they have been waiting for a while.
I can't remember to have invited you here, Sareth.
I don't remember you inviting me to anything.
Well, that's besides the point. This is our home, and you're not really supposed to be here now.
You call this a home?
Yeah.
There's nothing but stale bread in the stowaway. I had to
'cause we
go
are
out
actually-
to go buy something to eat and then come back in. I had to break in twice.
I'm just going to look over to Zinon and just shake my head.
He's there, like, head in hand. Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm here on a courtesy call because I'm hoping you'll do something for me.
Are you going to offer us a mission that we cannot know of and we do not know the premise of? We do not know the price of? We do not know anything? Are you a part of that organization or cult or whatever you would like to call that?
Yes, I am. I'm
Well, then give us the details, and then we might consider it.
well, I'm here to answer questions. I recommended you both for this particular mission because I have to go off elsewhere. My particular set of skills are better at Corvin Hill than they are here. But I recommended you both. At the time, I didn't realize you were going to bugger off for 2 weeks to go get some supplies and then come back and you'll have an entire group and then you bugger off again. So, didn't want to meet like this, but
You
sometimes
do
it's
know a
hard.
postcard would have sufficed.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't know if the postcard would get here or not, and then it's the whole trouble of like trying to describe everything in that very small box of a card.
You
Wouldn't
could
fit.
shove it under the door.
Yeah, but then people might see me, and then somebody like your neighbor might come around and say somebody was here earlier. That's just weird.
Because
We
the
are-
postcard wouldn't announce that someone was here.
No, but the postcard was. I wouldn't write my name on the postcard. Also, how many times have I written a postcard to anybody in my lifetime that you two know of?
Can you write?
Yes!
Are you certain? I seem to remember us getting into more mischief than writing under Father Aaron.
It wasn't my fault that you two took lead on those mischiefs.
I never took lead. I will have that clear.
I don't know, you always seem to be the group leader of us three.
Well, besides the point here, Zareth, which is, by the way, it's nice to see you once more. It's been a while. But what makes you recommend us for this task? You haven't seen us for close to 1 year for me at least, but almost 2 years for Wauvin or for Zinon.
Because it's a desperate time and it calls for desperate measures. Finding someone else that we can trust for this job is difficult.
And what does this job entail?
Why is trust so important?
It's important for a variety of different reasons. Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, especially when it comes to this organization. People don't know about this organization. Even us in our own land, we didn't know about it, and it operates underneath us. It's a very secret organization. And on top of that, if you don't do it, means we're going to have to waste time finding other people, and other people might not be up to the job. A lot of people could die.
And what is the job? You said you were here to answer questions. Here's a question for you.
It's connected to the recent incidents with the Sanctuary of BlackWood. The
Okay, so we are
mass
hunting
killing
down the
of
buggers.
Sanctuary staff and its employees, civilians, missing people, it's all connected. We don't know with what, but normally we operate on a one-person basis. I would be the operative in this case. Unfortunately, my skill set, it's just better off in Corvin Hill with something else right now. I could only recommend you two, and I didn't know at the time when I recommended you both that you headed off and you got the supplies for the holidays that's coming up, and then you were with the other 3 people, of which you changed partway through, by the way. I've been watching you for some time.
Okay, so you're a stalker now. Okay, I see how it is.
The band of misfits that we have acquired did need some altercations. So the fact that we are not the same group as you first witnessed, why should that be an issue?
It's not an issue. It's just that the group got larger. I only recommended you both, but now as a connected group, makes it difficult. The
Well, the
organization.
group that we have acquired has the particular set of skill that we lack.
I mean, you lack a lot of skills. Could you be more specific?
You listen here, you ungrateful
It's-
brat.
The second she says that, she says that, I'm just going to teleport right into this seat and just sit down. Be like, well, we have a lot of skills, but we do miss, for example, healing. But we can do this, and I'm going to snap my fingers and just pop over here and sit down.
Have you forgotten I do the same thing?
No, I haven't, but it's just a demonstration because we have particular skills being shot archive, but we lack healing abilities and longer ranges usually. So we've acquired the necessary members in order to perform those tasks.
I get it. It's a lot to get on YouTube, but the way they work is genuinely in lower numbers. They don't work with higher groups, and as I'm sure you've already met my boss. I'm the operative. He's my boss. That's how it works on a more than numerous bases. There's plenty of people like him across this world and across this realm. It just happens like that. They don't usually work in bigger groups. But I have a feeling something tells me that you're going to need a bigger group anyway, because it runs a lot deeper and it runs a lot worse than I think we both predict it could be. So I recommended you two 4 weeks ago, and we've been keeping an eye on you two as well as trying to delve in. And we know you've just come from the mansion, and we're hoping you could actually help us out. I'm around for a little bit longer, but until I go to Corvinhale, it's only a few days.
What sort of organization are we talking about?
Quite a powerful one. They've got more than enough resources to keep themselves hidden. It's very difficult to hear about the organization itself. They try to keep very secretive, but their main role in this entire world is to try and keep it from ending, and this is what they think it is. Whatever's happening in BlackWood, they think it's a big enough of a threat that it could end life as we know it.
And do you know any more details about the threat?
Well, we know the threat is somewhere within the territory of BlackWood. We're not too sure where, and we think it's a very old, ancient enemy. Something that hasn't been around for about 3 centuries, give or take. But as
So
for what it is
something or someone that has been around for centuries.
we're not 100% sure. And we don't want to assume, because assuming can lead to an awful lot of bad things that we can't take a risk on. We need concrete evidence that it is what we think it is. And we're not going to tell you, because we don't want you to get a biased opinion on what you think it is. And if we tell you, there's a good chance that one of you might just think it's that one particular thing and just lock in for that. And it might not be. If we get it wrong, there's a chance it could be worse than what we expect. And we can't prepare for the right thing if we're preparing for something that isn't there.
What's
So
does the
we are
pay
we have to prepare for something that we
Mhm.
don't know the details of, that is for some reason ancient. We do not know the nature of the ancients. We what we know of these things, we
What we know is
I'm
they've killed a lot of people and have taken a lot of people away from BlackWood. And as a sanctuary, that's just unheard of. Whatever it is, it's powerful enough to do that, and it's scaling something worse.
what does the pay look like?
The pay's pretty good. I mean, it's about 30 gold a month.
30 gold a month.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
How long for what?
I am talking about our payday, not your pay.
Oh, your payday. Well, it's about the same.
Yeah, but for how long? Life? Because that would mean a hell of a payday for us.
For however long you work for them. It's a lot to take in, and there are questions that are going to be unanswered, especially at the beginning. I'm just trying to ask you for a bit of help. For once, there's no alternative motive to this. There's nothing behind it other than trying to keep people safe. Something that I know one of you two have taken an oath to do. And although your oath specifically states for something as an individual, I know that you also want to keep other people safe.
Well, you mentioned oath. I'm not sure about oath anymore because I stepped foot into the afterlife the other day, and I'm not sure if my oath still stands. An oath is to be carried during the lifetime of one's service. But my life ended. I'm not sure if I still have that same oath.
I don't know what to do with that.
There's something
Besides,
you should take up.
it doesn't matter what you used to be or what you used to do. It matters what you're going to do now. There are people's lives at risk. And the Zinon that I know wouldn't let that happen.
If we had more details about this, it would be easier to make a decision.
I understand that. I know.
It isn't just me and Zinon anymore, you see. It's the rest of the party.
Carter's more than happy to give you the details so long as you agree, but we can't give you more until you agree.
And that's the whole thing. If it wasn't me and Zinon, more than likely we would have said yes to help out an old friend. But we do also have 3 additional lives in our hands, which we cannot speak for. So we would need more information before we could say yes blindly.
How much information? Exactly.
We would at least need to know what we're coming up against. Hopefully, what kind of species, what kind of weaknesses. We would need equipment. We would need something to start with. We would need reassurance for the party, is what I am saying. And if we at least know what we're going up against and what is to stand to gain from it, and also some starting help in form of payment, equipment, then that would maybe be able to sway at least a few of the party members.
I'm not supposed to tell you this, but as a friend, I will. We think the recent attacks are involved based on vampire attacks. And that is an enemy that was banished a long time ago. 3 centuries ago. We haven't seen or heard of a vampire attack since. Everything adds up to that, but that's my opinion. And I didn't want to give it to you because I don't want us heading down the wrong path when it could be wrong. But that's what all signs currently point to. Fast, moving individuals, either out for blood or to raise an army of the undead, whatever you want to call it. We think that there was at least one person behind it, which have gone off, managed to get a small group of other vampires, and after that attacked BlackWood for some reason that we don't know. It's difficult. I also know that there are reports of other such attacks that have been around for a while, some of which reporting more paler-like creatures. That's about all we know for the enemy. As for gear, starting gear, I don't know if you'll get that from Carter, especially at the beginning. He's a very loyal person, but you have to earn his respect and you have to be loyal to him for anything like that to happen. I'm pretty sure you're all kitted out anyway, though, right?
Well, that entirely depends on what we will encounter.
I would
Well-
not say we are necessarily kitted out to face undead, blood-leeching creatures.
If that's what they are.
We have faced one of these creatures. This one was not fast, but it was a blood-leeching creature.
Okay. Pale.
It was pale. It was very harshly wounded, as we found it. And it was
Okay.
aggressive.
Aggressive to the point where it almost bit off the hand of one of our party members.
Okay.
How about this, Dareth? Me and Zinon will talk this over, and then we'll bring it to the attention of the party, and then we can talk.
That's what you want to do.
Where can we find you?
I'll be in the same place Carter is, which I'm sure he's already told you. I do think he told you last session, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool.
Carter. There we go. Right. But in that case, I think it's time for you to take your leave.
Oh, not going to invite me to stay?
Well, next time, if you knock on the door, we might invite you for supper.
Well, I did, but nobody answered.
No, and then you let yourself in, Sarith.
Oh.
So,
You harmed me
Me and-
before?
me and my brother needs rest. We are quite worn down after the travel last time now.
Okay. Well, I'm taking my bag of nuts with me. I bought them.
That is fine.
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
She gets up with her bag of nuts, walks to the door.
Mm-hmm.
She does turn around to look at you two one last time.
Hmm.
I do hope you take it.
I'm gonna roll just an insight check to see if I can see any form of like deception.
Okay.
I'm not seeing shit.
What did you get?
What's my plus on it? Yeah, I rolled 4.
Oof. You don't see any deception in her. You've known her for a while. You know exactly what she used to get up to as an individual. Although you're probably a bit confused as to what she's got into now, since you two have been gone. But yeah. But she's at the door and she says, I do hope you do take it. And I hope it's enough for you to understand that I trust Carter with my life. So I hope you can trust him too. And then she
Very
pats
well,
the
we will.
dog and leaves.
As we close the door behind her, and me and Zinon starts walking back into the house. That's the last person I expected to try and convince the party.
Well, you are what you eat, and she is considerably nuts.
I was thinking about the exact same joke. Yeah, well, that checks out. Well, goddamn, that's. I think because right now, Alex, it's quite late, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I reckon let's double check that the door is actually locked, and then head off to bed, and then we can look into this further tomorrow.
Yeah, so Zinon takes a stool from the kitchen, drags it all the way out into the hallway, and just jams it under the doorknob.
Well, that works. As Zinon is going to head to his room. I mean, fucking Wauvin.
You got
Good
the
in
wrong
my
person
room.
there.
Brev. Fine.
What are you two doing?
I'm gonna sit in the cook chair.
Did you
In
swap
Fahrenheit.
rooms?
Apparently we did.
I didn't. Yeah. The dog can have the bed.
The dog goes in the fireplace. I go into bed.
Is that there for a regen?
Yeah, it's the Pokestop healing machine.
Ow. Excuse me.
I think,
Okay. So we'll head to the tavern to see what the others are doing while you had that conversation. So with Sedna, Rurik, and Carthus, you are left alone in the tavern after having mysterious stranger talk to you as a group of individuals, and you know that 2 of them have gone off to head home along with the dog, so it's just you 3 around the table.
Well, that was all strange.
Mm.
I'm gonna go
Same
get a room
here.
because I'm tired after all that spiders.
I really want to know what that fellow wanted.
Yeah, well,
But
it's easy to assume that the others will pop by tomorrow to convince
I
us
don't
again.
know. We'll find out soon.
Yeah, let's get a room.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much does a room cost?
Everything
costs-
is
per
covered.
Everything is covered.
Oh, wait,
was
by that
covered.
weird guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
He covered everything, including your food expenses and your room arrangement expenses.
Did he say his name?
He didn't. You three don't know
Hmm.
what his name is. It's only currently Zinon and Wauvin who know.
That was
Okay.
very kind of him. I'm sure he won't expect anything
Yes.
at all in return.
Very suspicious. Hey, tavern keeper. I don't suppose you have ever seen that guy before.
Nope, never seen him in my life.
Okay, but he paid you enough that everything's covered? What?
He probably paid me more than enough.
Right. Well, that's suspicious. All right. I guess could I have a room key, I guess, if it's paid for, I suppose.
Yes.
Right.
You have the option between the double bed or any of the single beds. There's
I'll
one
take the
double
room
bedroom.
with the I'll take the room with the yellow bed.
Okay. He'll give you the key to the single room. As for Rurik and Carthus, you have an option. One of you could go for the big double bedroom on its own, or you could share one room with the two single beds.
The one with the
Or there's a
bathroom?
double bedroom on its own as well, but it's not as prestigious as these two.
Right. Well, I will take the double bed.
Okay. Which one are you thinking you're taking? The one with the baths or the one with just the double bed?
The one with the bath. The one with the camp where the fire is lit, of course.
Yeah. Okay. And Carthus?
The bougie room.
I will take this one.
Okay.
With the single beds.
So you each get your own room key. They are already paid for. Rurik, this is a vastly better bedroom than what you had the night before.
Oh yeah.
There is a bathtub with hot water in it. There's a nice fur-covered bed, double bed. You got plenty of space for yourself. Nice fireplace that's on. You have such a fantastic room. Sedna, you have a very small room. You have a wardrobe. You have a small personal chest. And Carthus, you have the same, apart from with a spare single bed on the other side of the room. Okay, go on.
Before so they go sleep. I have 3 books.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Monsters,
Mm-hmm.
Book of Wonderful Creatures, and Book of Lost Gods. Does that seem correct?
Yes.
And I also know Wauvin, however you say that, has a book of magical items.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. So could I like read through a bit of the Book of Lost Gods?
Yep. Give me an insight check quickly. I'd say.
Oh boy. Okay, that's my best skill. That's a 2 minus 1.
Okay, so not your best skill.
Mhm.
Slight deception going on there.
Yes.
The book itself, it's a very big book. You're not going to get through it all in one night without taking a point of exhaustion, unless you did. Most of it sort of rambles on about several different gods that seemingly no longer exist.
Interesting.
There's a lot of them that you know that is questioned a lot if they did exist prior, all that sort of stuff. But a lot of people don't believe them in anymore, and thus they've sort of faded away into obscurity and just are sort of left in a book like this, for example. None of which particularly catch your eye. There's a lot of evil ones, there's a lot of non-evil ones, neutrals, there's a whole mix and match. none of it isn't anything you haven't really read before in your own scholaring days, so to speak.
So I've heard of a lot of these gods before.
Yes.
All right. And nothing else. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. I guess that was maybe the insight check.
You don't really notice anything.
Okay. Are there any gods that are like not that I haven't seen ever in history books before? Yeah. Anything I think like ooh, this is something I haven't seen before.
I think with that one particular realm, you don't really have.
Well, I'm hoping to do a history check to just compare and say,
Okay.
you know, I remember
yeah.
these gods. I don't remember these gods.
Okay,
stuff like that.
roll a history check. If that's what you want to do.
Okay, that's a 19.
19. Okay.
Yes.
Excuse me. There's a couple in there that you think you may have not seen before. Reading a bit deeper, you realize that you have heard of them. They're just named differently. There's a couple that you know of that have sort of gained a resurgence since this book was released. You're not too sure how long ago this book was released, but it seems to be some of them have gained a resurgence. You know that much because you know that there are plenty of people that do believe in that, for enough for like temples and small churches to start propping up across lands. But there's nothing that really takes your eye to say that you haven't read into something before.
Okay. Then I would go to sleep.
Okay. Anything else from Rurik and Carthus?
No, I am enjoying a good bath before going to bed.
Okay.
I will spend the evening maintaining my longsword, and then I will rest.
Okay. We will then take a long rest. Congratulations, anyone, for currently on almost no hit points.
I'm healthy. I've
Me.
only used a couple spells.
I'm also doing right. Saying that I am entirely out of spell slots.
You get your spell slots
And
back.
also
Since
because
I
this was a
only-
long rest, I'm changing a couple of my spells. So
Okay.
I am now using Healing Word instead of the other one.
Okay.
And I have also switched out. Was it something about water? With Zone of Truth.
Okay.
Since me and Zinon only sleep 4 hours,
Yeah.
when I wake up, I want to read that book.
Okay. Remind me what book that is.
Didn't we agree, Ethan, that it was magical items? Like a
I
book of
believe
magical items.
that's what I remember it being called. Those magical items or like magical artifacts or something.
Yeah, it was one of those two.
I don't know. You have in your inventory. You should be the one that has a note.
I did not have a specific note of that part, unfortunately.
But well, we can discuss it when we get downstairs. I was just thinking that we still haven't completed our quest.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I
Yes.
have written down the Lost God book and the book of mystical and magical wonderful creatures, whichever one way I put that down. And I also put a child's coloring book down.
Yes, I have that as well.
Okay.
That was in the. It's just supposed to book that I mended.
The book that you
Yes.
mended. I must not have written that down because I don't see that on my notes.
Huh.
Okay. Even with that though, you can read into the book. There's a lot of things in there that you already know. It's always been out of reach or something you'd never thought you'd get your hands on or anything like that. But some of them do depict older such items in this book than what you're used to now, to the point where some of those items that you'd gathered from that building seems to fit within the book. They sort of describe those items in a little bit more detail than what you have. I don't remember who has what item in particular, but you have the book describes him in slight more detail and gives a slight more history on it if any of you are ever wanting that information.
Well, I mean, the shield at least Zinon has.
It just details magical items that were in that house.
No, it details magical items from a long period of time, but it does describe those magical items. It doesn't describe them with the same name; they're slightly different. But they are the same items of what you've gathered. It's just seemingly those particular magic items have been named after their, users essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you would like to do in your less sleeping mode? Because you
only thing I would do is get up essentially.
Yep.
And just have a glass to drink, and then head out and head to the library.
Okay, well the library's
middle
shut
of the
that early
fucking
in the
night.
morning.
No, not the library, but the oh my god, the church.
The church. Which church
I
do you
assume Zinon hears something going on in
Yeah.
Mm.
the waking hours of the morning. So, where are you off to at this hour?
Well, that's an awful personal question for such an early hour, isn't it?
You never leave at this time of the morning.
That's a very good that's a very good observation.
What do you mean, observation? We are creatures of habit, are we not?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Indeed, we are. It's just I have something to do. And I will be back later. Actually, I think we should meet up at a tavern.
Meet up at the tavern. Okay. I will meet up with the others when they awake, and I will try to figure out a way for us to get our payment for our recent adventure.
That would be very nice, actually, because I do want to get paid so I can buy my sword back.
That will be good.
Just 2 seconds. I'm just getting a phone call.
Goodbye.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the tavern, Zinon.
Yeah, heading
Okay.
to the tavern.
You taking the dog with you?
Of course.
Okay. You're gonna get there very early. Doors are always open, but you're gonna get there very early. Seemingly no one's really around. It is, 3 in the morning, give or take, depending on when you guys did take your sleep.
I would assume it was somewhere around, yeah, it would be 3 in the morning. About that. And everyone else would probably get up around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just gonna fuck about in the tavern for 4 hours.
Give or take until Valvin comes
Nah.
back.
I'll take a nice stroll with the dog around the lake and everything.
You extend your journey to the tavern.
Yeah.
Okay. Valvin, you said you were heading to the church.
Yes.
What are you planning on doing at the church?
So, are there people in the church?
Yes.
Yes.
This is very much a church for many different beliefs.
Mhm.
It's not a particular church for a particular, you know, god or anything in particular. They just allow
Damn.
multiple different beliefs to go in and essentially pray. There's basically a varying different rooms that you can all go into privately to pray and do whatever you do. They also provide services to communicate with gods if necessary, as well as buying a variety of different things like holy water, for example. And they also do slightly cheaper bottles of health potions.
Okay, that's nice to know, actually. Yeah, I want to just go up to somebody that looks like they know anything and talk to them.
Okay. There's a variety of different individuals wandering around. Some of which are elves, some of which are just very late night individuals working. And you pick an individual that you think might know something. You sort of tap him on the shoulder, and this old man with very much great beard goes down to like his belly that's slightly popping out because he's a bit on the large side. Has a nice twirly white mustache. His hair's obviously receding backwards. How can I help you, young lad?
Well, I've come to try to learn something. You see, I'm not a man of God, particularly. No, not any god, of that matter. But I was wondering if you, since obviously the library is closed, I was wondering if you have any books upon spells or abilities or anything like that in your collection.
We have many different books on our collection to allow people to understand what they can do better. There are a variety of different abilities from each god that may provide to you their special powers. Is there one in particular that you're looking for?
Do you have books on ancient deities? Deal makers, so to say.
How ancient are we talking about, young lad?
I have honestly no clue. At least I'm going to look up to the ceiling. Something 1,000 years ago, at least.
1,000 years ago? Well, then you're getting into the territory of the old gods, and anything could take that spot.
So they were all deal makers back then.
Not all of them were deal makers, but because there were so many, there was such a big war on such powerful creatures. They would do drastic things. Deals are one of such drastic measures, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so as well. Do you have any books regarding abilities that these gods would grant people?
I believe we do. You would have to go to our small little sanctuary of our library that we have. It's not much, but you might find something there. And he does
Okay.
give you directions to that small
Mhm.
library that they have.
I'm going to bow to him and thanks for the service, and then head off to where he described.
Okay. You do get to a small sanctuary of what appears to be a library. It's not large by any means. It's very small, but it seems to be based more on religion and anything to do with religion, essentially. Again, big mix of books here.
Yeah.
We're talking about religions that are currently known, as well as some past religions that are not so well received anymore. And of course, you're looking for things that aren't particularly seen as existing anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you're wanting to make an investigation check to find out the appropriate book.
Yes.
Make that check.
So I'm specifically looking for a book about like old trickster gods, deal
Okay.
makers, like well, essentially looking for something that represents Sinch.
Okay.
Only you
That's
had
a
a
nat
book about
fucking
lost
20.
gods. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Uh,
And that
yeah.
20 for a total of.
22.
Okay. With a 22, you time sort of disappears quite quickly for you in this library. You're searching and for some of the books you pick them up and you think, oh, this might be it. You read through it, not it, but you gather some information that you may have not priorly known. You come across just a book in particular that does describe a very long ago ancient class of demon-like gods. These are kind of gods that the book describes as out of the material plane's existence of knowledge. In a quote, they describe it as a void of shapeless in a shapeless being, essentially, that is more cosmotic in the void than it is than you can apprehend. They can never put an actual appearance to one god, not like how they have with some of the other gods that we currently have. Any that I've given you as a list before that you would all know of, like Nides, for example. You know how she appears. This book describes it as more of just a shapeless cosmos in a void. Very ancient, powerful beings, so to speak of, and very few discussed about them even long ago, and we're talking upwards to 700 years ago. You don't come across any names in particular that really catches your eye, especially none that you're particularly looking for, as I suspect that you are. But a lot of them describe them as very much like Fae, not Fae, as fiends. I guess maybe Fae, depending on them. Where they would impose deals upon individuals for a price. So an individual would come, ask for a power or a set of powers, and that particular god would grant that on a basis of a deal that they get something out of it as well. Some of them describe contracts being really out of this world kind of shit. Some of them being just mundane, sort of not fantastic. The book does say that they're all sort of guessing really what these gods do because there's no real information to provide other than just basically word of mouth at that time. Is there anything
So
else?
I find nothing in the books. I find nothing in the book about specific powers that these all ancient gods would grant the deal or the people making the deal.
With power related, a lot
As
of
in,
them.
I'm looking into like warlock kind of powers.
A lot of them describe them as essentially being a patron for a user, to incite warlock abilities. The book cases that this could be some of the first cases of warlocks in this material realm. But again, it does say it's not exactly sure if that's the case. It's just a guess. If you're looking for anything that particularly cases your powers, there's a lot of them that do, but then you would kind of guess that that might be a case, even if you were like looking for a current god that currently exists. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
No. At that point, I'm going to head out and start walking towards the tavern.
Okay. That takes you some time finding that book. It's not an easy book to come across, and like I said, you do read a couple of other books at the time. But you do leave as you can start seeing the sunrise, which indicates it's about 6-ish o'clock, give or take, and you head to the tavern, where you do find Zinon sitting down at a table by himself. Not exactly in pitch black, but you do find him wandering, just sitting at a table with the dog, petting it, and sort of staring blankly into a void.
Oh yes, Strider. Those who get it, get it.
Trying to find them. There's so many little folders I have in here now. Yeah. Bosh. Okay. So I'd say the current time is about 6 o'clock. And depending on when the other three think they might have gone to sleep, how early they might have gone to sleep is depending on how they wake up. So if you want to wake up and go downstairs, you're more than welcome.
Go downstairs. Ah. Good morning.
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 Well, I certainly wasn't visited by that fella last night. I wasn't convinced, as he said we would be. How about you?
We had an unexpected visitor at our house.
Oh,
In our house.
Yeah, well, more specifically in the kitchen.
I take it you fought him off.
Well,
Not exactly.
she is an old acquaintance of ours,
Oh,
and she is in the same mysterious organization, cult, whatever you want to call it. And she brought forth some more details about what this mission might entail.
okay.
They do suspect that the attacks are of vampires because of the speed of the creatures, the nature of yearning for blood, and so on. So I'm not that traveled in the world of vampires, but I do believe we could deal with it. But if what she said was true, that some ancient power is amidst, it could be quite difficult and quite dangerous.
Of course. Well, count me in.
That was
It's
easier
been a
than I thought.
Well, it's part of my duty to destroy evil, wherever it may be, and, well, vampires. That's one of the purest forms.
Okay, I'm very sorry, out of character, but that was the most anime dub I have ever heard.
I want to kill a vampire. I'd love to take them down so I can get more power.
It's so much that Chris has to walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At a very, his
Well,
camera shows him
my
walking away for
nose is
very
itching.
long.
Oh yes, the never-ending corridor.
It's such a good view of him just walking down like through his entire length of his house. Oh, there he's coming back. Still gonna be like another 30 seconds though before he gets back.
You can just not see his front door.
Yep, it is
It's
true.
just out of view.
It's covered
I'm
by
a real
that
anime
gray.
villain.
Do
I'm
you
a
live in a
shonen
longhouse? What?
Yeah. True Viking, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, now just to the task of convincing the rest of the party.
Well, if that task is as easy as convincing this fellow, we should be good. We should be fine.
well, I have to make it clear that it's not exactly that I've been convinced, but that I am compelled to help.
Compelled, convinced, potato.
I suppose.
As Wauvin is going to go up and order some food and drinks from the barkeep.
It is still on the tab from last night.
Mhm.
The individual did pay an awful lot of money, so it still goes on that tab.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to order any breakfast that you would like.
I'm gonna order 2 Harvester's Ale,
Okay.
and then
Ale for breakfast.
spicy crab omelet. Two of each. Or actually, let's just do 3 of each.
3.
Yeah, 3 of each, and then I'm gonna ask for like just a steak for the dog, just a piece of meat.
Do you want that raw or cooked?
Cook it a little.
Make it rare.
Oh yeah.
Make it fucking legendary. Like
Okay.
cook it in the heat of the moment.
You do get your order down. They do come by with your order later. It takes about 10 minutes or so.
Mhm.
And yeah, you get given 3 spicy crab omelets, along with three things of ale. I was gonna say kegs, and that's not the right word.
Holy.
Oh, kegs.
I'd say it's about time that the other 2 start waking up and they get
Okay.
hungry and or thirsty. Unless of course the Rurik wants to take another bath before he goes downstairs.
Well, it was a really good bed, you know.
Nice fur. It's nice and warm.
He did pick a very nice room.
He did.
Sedna would come down.
Okay.
Where is the menu again? Is it in menus? Yes. Why? There's a whole chat for. Why is there a whole chat for just menus?
Because I knew that if I put it in the general chat, people would be, I gotta go scroll up again, or I gotta repost it. So I just thought I'd put it in its own little channel.
Yeah, what was the menu again? And then you have to scramble through the chat to find it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's just easier for its own little separate thing.
Could Sedna order a spicy crab omelet without spice, non-spicy?
You wouldn't crab
Mild.
omelet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want
Mild
the light
crab omelet.
version?
Yeah. Yeah. You're a mild crab omelet. Yeah.
And then you
All the spice
obviously
and all
want
the
oak
egg.
fight title.
Fuck off.
I'm glad someone agrees.
You never know. It could be a nice
It's
nice
not.
drink. It could be in this universe.
In this universe, it could.
None of you tried
Ah.
it yet.
Yeah, I have.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Could
what
have
did I-
asked for the cheapest shit. And you gave me the cheapest shit.
I don't remember that far back. Okay. But yeah, you 2 do come downstairs. You manage to steal a chair and sort of settle down with the rest of the group.
Actually, I'll sit down for the group. There is a 5-seat table over there. Then again, I don't know where.
You just sit down on the same chair as Zinon, and it's like, so yeah, there's a 5-seat table over there.
Where's Zinon? Zinon's on the other table.
Someone moved Sedna token.
What? Zinon's not there. He's on the other table for me.
No, he's here.
What?
They're all there.
He's here.
He's here.
No,
He's
everyone.
actually here. Oh well, now he's over there. Once you move him.
We got moved apparently.
Okay, we have forcibly moved.
Yeah, put the dog on the table.
Exactly.
Makes
Within
sense.
arm's reach.
Okay, now that you've all moved to a much more suited table, you all sit down. You do get your food eventually and drinks. But yeah, it's still quite early in the morning.
Mhm.
I must
just
say
for-
that this stranger was putting a lot of money down to this place. I have had the best nights of sleep I've ever had, I think.
Yeah, I would also say that there is a layer of musk that you are missing.
Well, that could be.
So I would say we should probably go and talk to the who's wait, what's the name, the sanctuary? We should talk to the sanctuary again about receiving our reward, since we have cleared out the house.
Well,
I
couldn't
remember
Point.
you all said you wanted to join me on that.
At least I would like to join you because I
Or some of
have
you.
some good relations with the sanctuary myself, and maybe the others could maybe go have a stroll in town in the meantime, because having 5 people discussing the events of what happened and or the pay of what has been done would be a big mess.
Sure.
Sounds alright.
But to be clear, we explained to Carthus, as he was the first one up this morning, that we had an unexpected visitor at our home yesterday. And this individual was also a part of this cult or secret organization or whatever, the same as the Carter Voss that met us here yesterday.
you only know his first name.
Okay. The same as Carter that met us here yesterday. So we have a small bit more of details about what this mission might entail. We have told Carthus what we know. We got the information that it is fast creatures that is hungry for blood, and they assume that it is vampires of ancient origin.
They were. So wait.
So these are the creatures they want us to maybe deal with. They assume these are the creatures that has attacked the sanctuary and the area around.
That would line up with what I heard from the sanctuary. They were said to be fast, though it didn't say anything about blood sucking. But vampires. Would I've read about vampires before?
Make a history check.
I will. That is a 18.
18. Again, in your time of being a scholar and reading books and doing many different things, you know they exist, but you also know that theoretically they should no longer exist. As about 300 years ago, they were sort of wiped off of this realm completely after like a big surge of trying to get rid of them, so to speak. So it's the first time again that you're hearing sort of like a crop up of vampires being a thing, especially when they aren't supposed to exist anymore. They are supposed to be an extinct form of species.
Okay, so that that can't be possible though. Vampires were exterminated. They're destroyed mostly, I assume. But you're
So-
saying that this random person thinks that they have come back.
So we were not very fond of the uninvited guest in our home, so we interrogated the person for some time and got that information.
Right.
So
Well,
you-
vampires were wiped out
I'm-
300 years ago.
it-
So it's
You know
I mean-
what Sedna's saying is to also be true. Zinon.
I guess
Yeah.
like it could be, possible that some survived, though who wiped them out exactly? Do I know? Or is it just
It's-
generally a general work together destroy all vampires?
It was a work together situation for most of the kingdoms in the world at the time to sort of try and vanquish the enemy. As vampires were like rapidly approaching a lot of land taking at the time. So the pushback was mostly territory based and then wiping them out due to them being the enemy, so to
Right.
speak, and using what vampires have to naturally do to be the reason to get rid of them, and
I don't suppose
sort of caught on with
I
the rest of the world.
I know where like the vampires were most populous. Like where did the vampires have the most influence and take over the most? Or they like
Make-
even because I assume they weren't evenly distributed everywhere. Where was the vampires most concentrated?
Make me another history check.
Okay. That is a 22.
22. So again, you know that most of them were spread across the world and they would take up a lot of territory. They are very territorial based creatures. As for the most known vampire spots, you'd probably know that they were sort of more northern in this continent, which is up to Greenwood. From where you come from, it's very hard to describe, as if they were pretty much taking up multiple different territory spots that you would now know. So, for example, there would be a quite a big spot between Moonglass and Ironhold, where vampires just had a really big territory. But now marked on the map, that's sort of split down the middle. So it's a bit in the middle between there.
I don't know of any like major powerful vampires in like this area, like BlackWood, Ravenreach,
No.
Black Harbor.
No,
Okay.
not specific names at all.
I didn't quite catch it, but how many years ago was it that they were allegedly
Three-
exterminated?
3 centuries
300
ago,
years
which is
ago.
about 300. 300 years
Okay.
ago.
I think
So
that's
what-
exactly 300. That's what a century is.
So
It's
what
here or
if-
there. It's just shortened to make it more easier to write down.
So what if some of the creatures, the vampires, possess the power to not fully die, but rather go dormant? Just a theory. And maybe that's the higher up creatures that are able to go dormant instead of dying outright and resurrect after some amount of time and then rebuild the army that they have. Just a theory to how these creatures are suspected to be here.
Is that the thing that we met in that cabin?
With the information given, I at least assume so. That the creature that we met was some sort of a vampire, but it was very weak and wounded.
According to their reports in the town, though, there was a lot of vampires that attacked, if that's true. At least assumingly enough to take down an entire army of, sentinels and soldiers.
Well, a long time ago, when I was, well, before I was the man I am today, I was associated with a lot of unsavory beings and characters and people um, from all over. And I heard tales of vampires, but of course, I assumed them to be all dead. However, the people with which I associated would, if anybody, possibly know a thing or two about how they maybe survived.
Hmm. That's quite mysterious. Maybe.
But I'm unsure whether any of those people are still around now.
Well, that all sounds like quite the concerning thing for this place. I should get off now to collecting the reward.
Yeah, I'll join you.
I'm sure we will meet here later to split
Yeah.
everything fairly, I hope.
Yes. Yes, you're right. We should be meeting here, and I will bring. It's 3,000 silver. We'll split it 5 ways.
Yes.
Okay. So, Sedna and Zinon, you take your time to head up to the sanctuary. Takes you a little bit to the point where the sun has now risen. So it's now about 7 o'clock ish, give or take. You do get there. You go into the sanctuary. You see at the reception. I always forget how to pronounce names sometimes. You do see Lizia at the reception desk. Again with another cup of chocolate that's not hot anymore.
Nado go up and said, "Hello, it's me again. I have, or me and a team of people I recruited have completed the contract for the mansion, for clearing out the manor."
Right. I will go and collect your reward. Sinon, you're here. Do you need something?
No, I'm accompanying this lady.
I see.
Yes, he was. He helped. He was one of the people who helped me with it.
I see. Okay, I will be right back. I will come back with the appropriate amount of silver for your reward. Creed is in the record room if you want to see him, by the way. Zinon.
Would he?
Yeah, and would I would like to bring him a cup of coffee. Could I just serve myself in the?
Sure, go right ahead.
So I
Is anyone gonna
go
want?
and pick up a cup of coffee and make my way towards the records room.
Okay. Sedna,
Is
you
anyone gonna want like a report on what we found in the mansion?
There will be. As far as I
Okay.
know, that you are supposed to present me with some form of artifact.
Yes. I mean, we found multiple. Some of them being held by my associates currently. Um, is that right now? I could show you. She would take off the amulet of Circalia Burning Pennant.
Mhm.
This is one artifact we found and identified, and I believe, yes, currently I did not write that down. I should have done so, but I believe another one of my associates has a what I believe to actually be a cursed artifact that I should probably go collect from him. I forgot about that one.
I don't believe we're looking for anything in particular that you have. It's seemingly, as I remember, it's some sort of leather bound necklace with teeth like shape on it. Something like that.
Yes, well, that would be the more strange amulet we found inside of a locker.
Okay. Do you have it on you?
No, unfortunately not. I can go possibly collect it.
I would recommend that you do. I will have the
Okay.
reward ready for you when you come back, but that is what we need in return.
All right. Did you originally tell me that? Or was this?
No. The guild
Okay.
never told you exactly what you were looking for. I should say the Grand Mage. The Grand Mage never told you exactly what you were looking for. He just said you were looking for an ancient artifact. Of course, you found some items in there as well as the one that was locked away. You were never too sure what you were looking for the entire time.
Okay. Yeah, because all I have written down is only that I am to venture to this manor and investigate something.
Yeah.
Okay, but Sedna would then leave, maybe indicate to Zinon that I'm leaving to go get.
Yeah, Zinon just holds the cup of coffee and waves to you as he goes towards the records room.
So just gives a thumbs up, and Sedna's gonna head back to the tavern.
Okay. We'll go with Zinon first. Zinon, you head to a records room with a cup of coffee, and you enter it. Creed is in there. He's doing his usual working within boxes of paperwork and reorganizing. It's still a bit of a mess in that area as it is. He doesn't quite notice you as you walk in.
And so I walk in and just place the coffee mug on the closest table and just say, "Good morning."
He looks up, realizes it's you. What the fuck are you doing here so early? I've never seen you out of your home this early in the morning before.
Well, given the circumstances that we now are in, I would like to lend your knowledge for a bit.
What kind of shit have you gotten into this time?
What do you know of vampires?
Well, that's a very tricky question. They don't exist, so I know nothing.
I've heard a theory that they do, and that is what has been attacking recently.
Yeah, well, I've heard a few people mention it to the Grand Mage myself, especially with the specific attack that happened recently, but he doesn't like the idea of vampires, so don't go mentioning it to the Grand Mage.
No, that's why I'm. That's why I'm bringing it to you. You're at least honest, if anything else. So, we have been contacted by a mysterious group of people. I'm not sure if we have been contacted by the leader or a lackey or whatever, but they seem to be a very secretive organization that want to hire us. Is that anything you have heard of?
What am I gonna hear about no name? Gotta at least give me some name.
Okay, so there was this one guy. His name was Carter, and an old acquaintance of myself and my brother, who goes by Serath.
Okay.
Have you heard of any of these?
Fucker, who do you think I am? Some big ear asshole that knows everything? I don't know shit.
You are a records keeper. Let's be honest. You have
I've
seen a lot of documents. You have seen a lot.
Okay. I may have seen a lot of documents, but you gotta be a little bit more precise.
They weren't precise with us, so I'm just seeking information to what this could entail for us.
Just shrugs his shoulders.
Well, So we got hired by this lady, Sedna, to help clear out this vacant manor outside of town. Do you know anything of that? How long it stood vacant? Who it might have been connected to before the vacancy?
Well, it's the old Aria house, isn't it? Their old estate before they moved into BlackWood officially.
I know nothing. I was just a hired hand in the mission.
Man, you should really do some more reading. I heard it's good for your brain.
Well,
The estate is the Aria family. In fact, I think I was talking to someone the other day about them going to the family estate. They wanted some more information on it. There wasn't an awful lot I could give them because it's just an abandoned building, technically speaking.
well. And now, apparently, the Grand Mage wants one of the objects that was found in that manor. From what I understand, it should be a cursed object. We do not know what power it possesses, but some of my allies found out that it was cursed, and that was it.
Okay, then don't touch it.
Well, I believe it is in my brother's hands at the moment. So
You gave a cursed object to that idiot?
well, you're too harsh to him. Let's be real.
Bullshit. He's nothing but trouble, and you know it, and I know it.
Well, you do have a point, but I don't tend to verbalize it.
Yeah, well, just because you don't have a backbone doesn't mean I don't.
Fine. Well, it's been nice talking to you, Creed. Have a good morning and a good day.
You be careful out there if you're getting involved in conspiracy theories.
Well, I'll do my best. And Zinon walks out.
Okay. Sedna, you return to the tavern.
Yes.
You do it in a bit of a haste. You want to get money. You want to pay these people. But
yeah.
one person has a particular set of cursed item that is required for completion.
Yes. Where is Wauvin?
Wauvin is.
I don't know how to pronounce it. And I don't think Sedna would know how to pronounce it either.
Wauvin is in the tavern. He's still at the same table with the others.
I'm just sitting here. I see you walk in, and I'm like twirling the necklace around my finger.
Hi, Wauvin. I
Hey.
don't. So it turns out they are actually interested in the that amulet. So
What are they?
yes.
Oh, really? Oh.
So since it was my job to bring back, I think it'd be good for us to turn it into them so they can do what they want with it. And
I'm gonna hold it out towards you, and the second you go to take it, I'm gonna yoink it back up.
oh,
So next time I request we do something, like don't go into the fucking room, will you listen?
I'm really sorry about that. I didn't want. I mean, I wanted to go in, but then you kind of weren't explaining anything. Then out character who actually went in the room again first? I think Carthus.
I think it was Carthus got in.
Yeah,
it was
then-
the fireplace.
It was Carthus first, but then you also.
Then Carthus
relatively
went in,
got
and I'm sorry, I just couldn't. I wanted to see what was in there, and there was nothing.
Yeah.
But-
So next time, you will have my back on this, right?
Yes. Sorry, but
But-
you could do with explaining it earlier. Not that I mean that, Just
Keep
nice if you-
rowing. Keep rowing. Like you'll get
it's
there
just nice,
eventually.
if you explain it.
No, you're right. Don't be cryptic.
My hand comes through the floor and gives him a shovel. Keep digging.
Keep digging your grave.
Just
Well,
just-
I'll hold you to. I'll hold you to that.
Yes,
Sedna.
and I do apologize for not fully hearing you out 1st.
And that goes for the rest of you lot. I'm going to just point around the table.
Hey, I at least only just looked through the
No,
fireplace. I didn't
you did.
enter it.
No, you did good, Rurik. You did good. And then I'm gonna just switch my stare over to Carthus. Like, yeah. I'm gonna toss the necklace over my head into Sedna's hands.
So like awkwardly catches it. Great.
Like,
Cursed, by the way, you probably don't want to throw it away, but okay.
Do you guys want to make dexterity throws?
Not really.
No, I can make a dexterity, see if I can catch it.
Do you want me to do a strength
13.
check then?
Well, I mean, it's either dex or strength for throwing, depending
I'll
on
do
which
a
you think you're
dex.
gonna do more.
I'll do a dex then.
Okay.
So that's 16.
Okay, decent throw.
Okay,
Sedna.
and 13.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You catch it.
Mhm.
You stumble a
Maybe
little bit, but you do
awkwardly,
catch it.
but
Yeah.
Mhm. Thanks. I'll take this up to them and bring down all of your reward.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye. So
Okay.
I would run back up to the run back to the sanctuary.
Yep.
May not
takes you-
run.
Takes you another little
Brisk
bit to
pace.
get up there. At this point, it becomes like 8 o'clock, and you've wasted like an hour of your time going up and down.
Why can't the inn be closer to the goddamn tavern?
You do get there. You do see Lucia at the desk again. And you see Zinon just sitting down on a chair waiting, presumably.
Okay, I've brought the amulet in question. I
Okay.
will say, I did investigate it, and all I could identify was that it was cursed in some respect. So
Okay.
I would be cautious with it. It doesn't seem to react to touching it, though.
That's good, because I've got to put it in a box.
I have hopefully it doesn't react to touch it, because multiple of us have touched it already, so that would be bad.
Indeed, it was. But she
But-
takes it from you,
There you
puts it to one side, and then puts a little lockbox on there with. When you open it up, there's quite a sizable pouch with 3,000 silver coins in it.
Thank you. Oh, and I don't know if it'd be too much to ask, but if you ever do find anything out about that, would it be all right if I asked? Since I'm a researcher in this area, investigating lots of artifacts. It'd be good to. I'm just kind of curious,
You
Would
don't
that be
currently
classified?
work with this sanctuary, do you?
Well, I
Other than that
was
one
working for
particular
it.
job. Yeah, but only on that one. I don't know you personally.
I was just.
So, as Zinon breaks in, I have reason to trust this lady. Please, just she rambles. She's just curious about magical items and magical artifacts. If you find any information, would you be so kind to share it with my companion?
As Zinon, as you know, that is not up to me.
Well,
I mean, could I at least?
so there is your answer, Sedna.
Right. Well, I guess I could ask later if we get pumped back here.
Okay.
Never hurts to ask, usually. Except when someone,
Well-
beats you up for asking, which,
This is the kind of place you get beaten up for asking too many questions. So,
Hmm.
I have no comment.
Well,
on that.
that's not comforting. Let's get back to the tavern now.
Okay. You get back. You guys, it's about 8:40ish, give or take. Been a long time just to get some money. But you do Zinon, Sedna, you do get back to the tavern. Sedna with the bag with 3,000 coins in it.
Yep, and Sedna
Um,
would distribute that, giving 600 silver to each party member.
Okay, there you go.
Well, that was great work, everyone. Very good job on the mission.
Indeed.
Well, we did get through it. We did.
Yes. And no one died, I think.
So
I think it was a bit too
Doing a head
close
count,
in
yes.
my opinion.
Me and Zinon, who knows, just sits there and just chuckles.
I just
Also,
have my
the
finger.
just
I just
head
have my
count.
finger up, like at a crooked angle. Like, yeah,
About that.
no one died.
No one died. Yes. Oh, Wauvin, sorry that I have to keep asking you things, but that book about magical artifacts.
Yes.
Did you because I'm trying to investigate lots of those. I don't suppose I could take a look at that book just to see if it's anything, I could already find in a library.
Well, most of it is stuff already known to me, so I'm gonna take it out of my satchel and give it to him. I'll give it to
Oh,
her.
great. Great. Thank you very much. I will get the book of magical artifacts, magical items.
But before we take a look
Right,
at that,
well-
where is our money?
It's right there on the table.
Just
was already
piled it
distributed.
on the table.
It's already there. I've already distributed it.
And how much was it? I missed
600
it.
silver.
600? Okay. It didn't come through on my end. Okay. We're rich, boys. We're rich.
Well,
So I propose that we seek out the mysterious man from yesterday. Given that we are all in agreement that this is something we would like to help them out with.
I don't remember agreeing.
So that's completely fine. But me and my brother and Carthus at least think that we should try to help out.
As
Well-
mentioned, if this lifestyle of mine can be improved a lot, because I have now experienced the good house service, so to say, I wouldn't have any problems with this. Sure, you work hard, but you're paid hard as well,
Well, yes, that's okay. I'm just like, what is this? What is he even asking for exactly?
That's why we want to seek him out and agree and then figure it out. Because at this point, my curiosity can't take it anymore.
Okay, that's a fair point. Let's I guess. Well, last time that we talked to him, he refused to tell us anything, but now he's willing to tell us things.
He said he was willing to tell us every fine detail as long as we agreed.
So
help them out.
once you have sold our soul, he will let us know what we have agreed.
Yeah, once we have sold him our souls, he will give us our pound of flesh.
I don't need a pound of flesh.
It is a saying, you daft, as I raise my hand and then forget that is not my brother.
I'm just gonna. Wauvin is just sitting there like, I don't think I can sell my soul twice. I think that's already claimed. God damn it.
I not sure. I am curious, but I'm not. What if we ask him and he just doesn't tell us anything? What if he just says, "Oh yeah, okay, you sold me your soul. Go do this now. Bye."
Well, that's a
Well,
I guess that's
let's
what we're
go to his home turf and try to persuade him to give us more information. Maybe there are some pointers at his place to what we are facing.
Okay, I guess that couldn't hurt as long as he doesn't make us sign any weird glowing contracts.
Well, if the opportunity presents itself, we should at least consider it.
Well, I mean, the thing is, when you know, listen, I was taught many things in magic school. One of those things was to not sign weird glowing contracts. Because that usually means that you are now no longer a wizard and now a warlock. Or owe some other, terrible favor to some eldritch entity.
Well, that wouldn't be so
Well,
bad, would it?
It would be quite bad, would it?
No,
I think that would, yes.
not really.
I hear if you keep your fingers crossed behind your back, it voids all of that.
Well,
Really?
if we are uncertain if he is telling the truth, we have this ward we can cast. It's a Zone of Truth. Basically
Oh,
allows
that's
us
helpful.
in vicinity. We should not be able to speak untruth, but it doesn't prevent them from evading the question.
Well, given how financially powerful this man was, being able to pay for all of our meals and all of our stay at this tavern, I would assume that he had some magical prowess as well.
We could.
So I'm not certain that the Zone of Truth would be as effective on this individual.
Well, we could ask him first. Ask him if we can put up a Zone of Truth. If he is telling the truth, that he shouldn't mind.
You have a good point.
I'll hook up with you guys over at his house. Have a quick errand to run before we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I need to pop by the shops to see what I sold my kidneys for or whatever.
Such a kidneys.
So we're both going to visit a hamster. Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go
You
do a
two
quick
and your-
errand. Yeah, I need to do a quick errand. Let's both end up in the same place.
You two and your
Both
Well,
just
fancy
wait.
seeing you here.
Turns into the Spider-Man meme.
Okay.
Okay.
So 3 of you are heading off on your own to find this place, and then the other 2 are finding themselves at the what store did I call this?
The hamster.
No, I didn't call it the hamster.
Might have hamster in the name.
No, the hamster was just in the store. That's the only difference. I thought I wrote it down. Yeah, Top Shop. That's it. Okay.
Oh.
We'll take a quick 10-minute break now,
Yeah.
and then we'll come
Okay.
back and we'll carry on. So, 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Right.
I like how it's at this point John eating a live stream.
It's the best kind of live stream.
That is true.
What are you eating over there?
Water bagels with whipped cream and strawberry jam.
Got myself a cottage pie over here.
Very lovely.
No, because now I need to start doing an over-the-top anime dub voice like all the time now.
Umawarai no shinderu. Nani?
Because that was completely unintentional, but now I'm gonna
Huh.
start imitating what's his name, the guy from My Hero. Oh my god, he's too powerful.
Hans kraftnivå er over 9000.
Agreed.
Yes. It's like whenever anything is dubbed from like Japanese or Chinese into English, it just sounds so goddamn awful.
It's because they're trying to get like the same emphasis on all the words, but it just doesn't work because
Well, in
the English is
Norwegian,
a different
in
language.
Norwegian, it's quite different because in Norwegian they put a way better or way more emphasis on directly translated everything.
Yeah,
So it just sounds like so forced.
it's the
There's
same
like
with Spanish dub. It's a lot better than English.
that's why I always like. Have you seen Ip Man, like the kung fu movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, like those movies. I watched them. I think I watched one of them in like English. But then I was like, nope. Then I instantly turned it on to just regular language or like Chinese.
99% of the time, video games, films, anything, I'll
Mhm.
usually experience it in its original language.
Yeah, and just use subtitles. Like
Yeah,
it's not that hard.
I'm literally playing Stalker in Ukrainian, which I mean, maybe it wasn't the best idea because there's so much dialogue, but
I remember playing fucking
worth it.
DC and basically when you started pronouncing those town names, you started understanding like the proper language.
Uh, the only
Where was even
anime,
DC set? Wasn't it like Russia?
I think so.
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
I think that's a difficult topic. It depends where you base because it's a mod for Arma. So where was Arma?
I'm talking about standalone, like the full released game, because you had Arma, you bought Arma 2, then you bought Operation Arrowhead, and then you bought like another DLC, and then you modded the DLCs. That was how you got the original DC, but then you have DC standalone, which is its own game.
Apparently, it's the Czech Republic.
Check. Okay.
Yes, based on the real-world landscape of northern Bohemia.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Interesting.
Of course, Bohemia Interactive. Makes sense.
It makes sense. It actually does
Oh,
make
yeah.
sense.
It's all tied together now.
A friend of mine bought me 2 games yesterday for Valentine's Day. Because he was like, dude, you need a fucking break from War Thunder. So I'm buying you these games. Have fun. And one of them is a game that is literally called My Wife Threw Out My Card Collection, so I bought a dump to find them all. That's the official title.
I have seen you playing it.
Yes. As of the break, I'm playing it right now.
Aha, of course.
What review would you give it
I mean,
out of 10?
it's I would like I like these games that is a little bit grindy and shit, so I would probably give this I would probably
I
give
see
this like
what's
a
going
7.
on here.
What?
You're just clearing out the garden.
Yeah, so I've cleared this spot, I've cleared this spot, I cleared this spot. So now I'm working on this one, and then there's this one. And then there's this one.
You have a
And
big
then
garden.
there's these ones. And then at the end there's this, which just to unlock costs 20,000.
And the
This is-
backstory is that you're looking for your card collection.
Yes, that my wife threw out.
Okay. I like that it has the backstory in the name. Very efficient.
Yes, very efficient. There's no discussion.
Straight to the point.
Yeah, straight to the point.
That's good. More games could do that.
And
Who
then they
needs,
even
like-
have
Yeah,
they even have fucking the boo boos.
I think sequels of games should also just have the full synopsis of the previous game.
Yes.
So how would that work for Dark Souls?
Dark Souls.
Let's not talk about that.
I think the Metal Gear series would do great.
Yeah, the Metal Gear series.
But they are about the Metal Gears, which are kind of
Metal
more
Gear.
robots.
Can you imagine if they did that for the Fast and Furious franchise?
What would we do?
Just say family.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What happened last time? Family happened.
Someone's
just,
streaming. Who's playing
I'm
games?
I'm filling in the break time just with playing
Goddamn.
this shit.
Okay.
Oh my god, how could you?
They even have the fucking brain rot plane. I can't remember what it's
Bombadillo
called.
Crocodilo?
Yes, that one.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, but I better save and quit before Alex gets mad.
Disadvantage on all future checks.
For I will
Yeah.
have you know, I already have advantage on persuasion.
Yeah, well, you just roll normally. Okay, so two of you going off to the store, to the top store, and three of you are heading off to a location that you know of to go meet this man you now know is named what was I named? Carter? I
That's at least
hate
what you
my
call him.
memory.
Yes, Carter.
Okay. We'll head to the store first. And then we'll let those catch up. So Zinon, Vauvin, Vauvin obviously crops up with I have to do an errand. Not telling anyone what it is. Xenon's also goes, oh yeah, I have to go to the store to see what I sold my kidney for. You both magically end up to the same spot. I guess never realizing that the other seems to be following at any given time. But you do get to the store. You do see the same dude as before behind the counter. What do you need to do?
I'm gonna signal to Zinon that he shall go first.
Well, hello again. So, we recently made a deal for. I was supposed to do a job for you for the remaining value of this haversack. Do you have any idea what that job might entail at this moment?
I do. You made the deal with me. What was it, like a day or so ago?
Yeah, was it the day before? I don't remember if it was the
I
day
think it
before
was-
or the day before that.
I'm pretty sure you bought it before you disappeared off the dimension, but I'm not too sure when. I know it was a day or so ago. Off the top of my
Yeah.
head.
So,
As for the job,
what do you need help with?
right, this will sound a bit silly, but you have to take in mind that me and my colleagues are not like you. We're not built for the fight, stab, stab. We have a warehouse not too far from here that is infested with rats. It'd be a great deal of help if you could help with a rat infestation.
I query you about the size of the rats.
Well,
Good
we
question.
can't step on them.
Are they
You
the
can't
size of this?
was-
As
I
I
was- I
just
was- I
gesture
was-
to the dog.
out of character. You can't step on them, but we can.
um, slightly larger than dog size, slightly smaller than dog size, but we can't step on them and kill them. We're not people like you. We don't do the whole stab thing or break neck thing or whatever you guys do.
He want us to clear out a warehouse filled with enormous rats.
Brother, are you
Well-
speaking French? Who's we?
Well, me and my dog. Seems about right.
I mean, if you don't want to do it, I could take the bag back.
It's not that I don't want to do it. It's the fact that this was supposed to be worth how much?
Well, the warehouse is worth an awful lot more, and if we can't get into the
But
warehouse,
the job.
Yeah, but the job is for the bag.
Yeah, but I'm just curious about how is this job valued at the amount of silver that we agreed on for the difference between what I had on me and what you could
It's
set
not
aside
about the
for
job in question. It's about what the job allows us to do after you've done the job, which is to get more inventory into our store.
Is at this point Vauvin is going to lean on the counter. So I hear about your rat problem, and I hear that you will get more inventory. Is that so?
But a lot of it is currently locked behind the warehouse that we can't enter because giant rats gnaw at our pristine
Mhm.
trousers the entire time.
Okay. So look away from the deal you made with my brother. But if we take the entirety of our party and then eradicate these rats, would you perchance give us a good discount for our next purchase? Regardless of size, that is.
Maybe. I mean, maybe we could work out something to give you afterwards when the warehouse is cleared.
Okay, yeah. Me for my part, I would like Whisper Coil back. The sword I sold you or did a trade with. I would like to buy that back from you, and maybe something else as well.
Okay. Anything in particular you have in mind?
Let's get to that once the deal is made. But you, as pretty as you are, must have a good business sense. You would obviously say yes.
Well, I'm not saying no.
Well, that's good thing. So, how about we deal with the rats, and then we come back here and tell you, or we make a deal then.
Okay.
You- You're obviously an honest man. So
I would be nothing but an honest man. I'm never lied about anything in a day of my life.
okay, that's good. And your hair color is immaculate. Like,
Oh,
is
thank
that
you, thank
natural?
you. All natural, all natural.
That's confusing for anybody who hasn't watched Top Gear.
No magical enhancements here.
Okay, that's great to know. You know, it's immaculate. Okay. I'm gonna lean into my brother. We're dealing with these fucking rats.
like a moment ago you were all like, what do you mean we? And now you're all in?
I'm gonna just like if I can get a discount on better equipment, of course I'm in. What do you mean? That's stop speaking nonsense. It's always been we. And then I'm gonna
And
just
I will add, if we are hurt in the warehouse and we are in need of healing potions, we will just take what we need.
Yeah, the warehouse has plenty of potions of healing that we can't get to. So, we could always buy more, I suppose. I wouldn't say go ahead and
Okay.
drink them all.
Yeah, that would give you the shits, wouldn't it?
Among other
I'm going to
things, yeah.
I'm going to tell Zinon to get the information about the location, and then I'm going to run ahead and get the rest of the party.
Okay.
And just meet up here, and then go to deal with the rats quickly.
So, I'm just curious. This warehouse, does it have a room made of elastic bouncy material?
No. I don't know of any building that would be made out of elastic bouncy material unless it's a child's bouncy castle, which we don't sell or have.
Because I heard of a story of someone that went quite mad and they was put in a room with rats that was made of elastic bouncy material. But that was many years ago.
But I don't know nothing about bouncy material buildings with rats.
Just so. But where would this warehouse be located?
He gives you the warehouse location, which it's a little bit of a distance. It's a bit further than you would expect it to be, considering you'd think the warehouse would be closer to the store, but it's not as close as you'd expect it to be. I will point it out to you when we get to the map when you go there.
So how long of a travel would it be? Like just given the description of the location.
So I mean, you're here in the Marquis district.
Yeah.
I'd say the warehouse is up the road up here, which is about 10-15 minute walk, depending on your speed of walking.
So you keep your entire inventory, like a quarter hour's walk down the road.
Look,
How is that with transporting goods to and from the shop?
it's not great, and I don't like my colleague for buying it, but he was all the warehouse is bigger and we can store more things in the warehouse if we have a bigger warehouse. And he bought it.
So just to bring this toward you, you could make a storefront right in front of the warehouse. You are aware of that.
There were no storefronts at that time.
I'm saying you could make one. There are carpenters in
Yeah, but
this
that requires
city.
permission and building permits and this, that, and the other. And it was just easier to buy the store and buy a warehouse separately. And yeah.
This just seems difficult on so many levels, but fine. We'll get rid of the rats, and I will try to keep my allies at bay from not stealing everything you have in there.
Yeah, we would know if you stole everything.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah.
So Zinon leaves and hopefully meets up with the rest of the party.
Okay. How because the rest of the party would make their way to the more northern location to meet with Creed. How long?
We don't always call that.
You do, because Zinon and Valvin came back and they said the word Creed. because I
Oh,
had
they
to
actually
point
said
out
his
to
name. Okay.
yeah, I
Cool.
had to point out to Zinon that he didn't know the second name, and it's just in the Discord for the sake of I don't have to put it in later down the line.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
Carthus.
no, then it's not Creed, it's Carter.
Carter, sorry, my bad.
Gotcha.
But I did have to point out that he didn't know the second name, so I know he said it. I know he said the first name. The shopkeeper would ask how long you plan to be before you go to the warehouse, so they can get someone to open the warehouse door for you, so you can go in, because they're not going to provide you with the key.
What the No trust.
So give an estimate on how long you think you're going to be with Creed. Carter. Fuck. I hate names.
Maybe
I hate names. I hate names.
You
Why
just
can't
not
everyone just
use
be
them.
Dave 1 and Dave 2
Or-
and Dave 3?
Just call him person.
Like but by the way, just
let's say
saying,
we
I'm
meet
dead.
up at the warehouse at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
I'm like dead sprinting to try and reach up to the party before they talk to Carter.
Carter.
Okay. Well, you two were in the shop for a little bit. That gave them time to go ahead. They do make it to the location in the northern area. It is pretty close to the Golden Estate Inn, but it's not quite the Golden Estate Inn. It's actually opposite it over here. The three of you get there before anyone else. So if you three want to have a little chat amongst yourself before you see Wauvin coming around the corner, Looney Tune style, going, "We have job to do."
Oh,
It's up to you.
so should we like wait for the others or just go in there and talk to him?
Well, I am thinking that we should wait for the others before we approach him, so that we are, as a team.
Yeah, and also considering the fact that they also seem to know the most about him right now, and also seem to be the main ones who are trying to be convinced. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it makes sense. It makes
I'm
sense.
still not
Let's-
exactly sure what we have to do with this, because honestly, it's all a bit weird.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I wanted to go into this kind of deal, but again, they seem to have quite some pouches of money, to be honest. So it could be a
Yeah.
better lifestyle than living in a fucking cemetery as I would normally do.
That does sound less good than this, even though I mean there is a lot of violence and danger. But also I also just kind of want to know what he's talking about, which is why it's so annoying that he won't say it.
Yeah. It's kind of a risk we are jumping here, but I feel like at least we might be doing something good if what we hear is true. And if it survived, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, I don't think you can legally. I think in order for a contract to be binding, I think you have to provide everyone the details, legally speaking. So
Yeah, but this seems to be some kind of shadow cult. Maybe
yeah,
it doesn't
well,
apply.
maybe I should cast detect magic before we go in. See if he's like has tried to spell us at all.
I'm not sure. The thing is that I'm not thinking that he might necessarily be speaking, lies, what he has been telling us, but really he hasn't told us anything. So I have no reason
No.
to not believe him, but at the same point it seems a bit dodgy that you cannot know what you are supposed to do before you know.
Yeah,
about
well, just
this
in case he
time-
casts some spells.
It's about this time Wauvin is caught up to the group, and Xenon's not too far behind.
Oh, that was quick.
We seem to be running.
Oven?
Finally reach you. Yeah. So slight change of plans, I think. Because we obviously
Okay.
don't we obviously don't know if they want us to go ahead and do this quest right now if we go in there and talk to them. Now, me and Zinon have a proposition for the party. So the top weapon shop. They have a rat problem in one of their locations or in one of their storage units, and they would like someone in to clean them out. Now, I talked to him, and he said that he would be willing to maybe give us a good discount if we did on our next purchase.
Ah,
Rats.
that
Yes,
seems
rat.
like it should be something we are capable of.
Yeah, I thought the same. So,
I mean, I
Xenon
guess.
is talking to them, like getting to specific locations and everything, and I just dead sprinted to get here. So yeah, I think we should do that before we talk to this person, because we don't obviously know what he could be up to. So, how does that sound?
Sure, yeah, no, this seems like a quick job, right? So let's just do this and then we come back here.
Exactly. That's my thought as well.
Carthus
Also,
pest control at your service.
Yeah,
It's-
exactly.
By this time,
In and out.
Zinon turns up. He knows he's made an appointment to clear out the warehouse for 1 o'clock, several hours away.
yeah, so I overheard, like, we should do this all before we go in. And, well, to be honest, I assumed that we could go and speak to the man before we went to the warehouse. I made an appointment for 1 o'clock to meet the responsible person with the keys.
Appointment.
Because he wouldn't
Okay.
hand me the key to the warehouse of the most prestigious weapon shop in town.
Seems strange.
What do you mean
Well,
strange?
Did you
Have you
remember to
seen
call him
yourself in the
good-looking?
mirror lately?
Did you remember to call him pretty and handsome? That usually works.
I just respected their wishes to not hand out the key to their warehouse to anyone in particular. So I understand that they want a trusted key bearer to lock us in.
Well, all right, guess. So we're going to talk to the this Carter guy first, then.
Yes.
All right. Well, I guess we're going in then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you enter in. It does seem to be it's a bit different than what you expect it to be. It seems to be more like some sort of office complex-ish kind of thing for like private rooms, so to say. It's not on such a big of a scale as a tavern or an inn, but it seems to be designed for like private investigators, so to speak. So there is a reception. There is a tiefling at the reception when you go in and ask for someone named Creed and show them the card. They direct you up the stairs to go beat them to the appropriate room. You travel up the stairwell to the second floor. You got ground first and second. Just so we're on the same level. Just so we're on the same level.
Second and third, yes.
You get up to the second floor. You find the room. You knock on the door, and you do hear Carter's voice to say "enter." First thing you notice.
Not ominous at all.
First thing you notice about the area is it does seem to be designed for office, but also designed to be for them to be in at the same time. There does seem to be a bedroom off to one hand side, and it seems to be a nice big open plan where they have a nice big fireplace at one end of the room, while as the front end of the room seems to have the desk and the paperwork, what they need, and all that sort of stuff. and you can see Carter at said desk, writing some paperwork. You don't see your friend anywhere here, but you just see Carter.
Well, hey Carter. Could we request that Seraph may join this meeting?
Seraph is currently out doing some additional work before she leaves. Any reason in particular?
Because she came by us for a visit last night, and we understood that you work together.
We do.
So, as she is one of our, at least myself and my brother's acquaintance, we would like her to be present in this meeting.
Well, as much as I would genuinely incline to accept that request, she's disappearing in a couple of days. Her assignment is to go to Corvinhale and deal with the situation over there, not here. So, whatever needs to be said here in front of me doesn't need to be heard by her anyway. And I'd tell her anything about it if she asked later down the line anyway.
Okay. I was just trying to get a friendly anchor point in these negotiations, if you would like to call it that.
Well, seeing as you're here, I'm assuming you're accepting my proposition.
We're at least curious. More than anything else. So, we, as a collective, 4 of us are in agreement that we would like to help, but to persuade the last 5th member of our group, we would like some more information just to reassure everyone what we are putting ourselves into. If I need to roll persuasion or anything, that's fine.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
So to clarify, would you say that this is a negotiation, or with
You can apply the
leader,
bonuses.
commander, noble, or recognized authority?
You may apply the bonuses from the shield.
Hell yeah. So that's a 22.
Okay. He gets up, stands up from his desk, sort of sorts his suit out. What you're getting into isn't something to be taken lightly, and it isn't something to be taken to the top of your head with. I can't say, without you agreeing to work for me, that it's going to be all fine and dandy. This job doesn't do that. This job isn't for those of you who want recognition, who wants to be seen or heard. We get stuff done, and we get it done quietly, and we don't do it for the recognition. We don't do it to be a hero. We do it because we need to do it. That being said,
And
you get paid plenty. Go on.
Yeah, that was one I was going to add. We are seeking payment if we are going to risk our very being. We need to be compensated.
Makes sense. The payment is on a standard 30 gold a month for each person involved. Generally, that's on a 1 operative basis, but I can make an exception here.
So, I turn to the rest of the party. Are we now all in agreement that we would like to proceed? Or wouldn't any of us like more information?
What is this job actually going to involve us doing? Because if it's just looking for like some mercenaries, I'm not sure I'm the best one for that. I think maybe you get some other people for that.
Job will involve investigating, doing what you think needs to be done at the time, taking the initiative, for example. On top of that, probably at some point killing somebody,
Right.
possibly
Well, I
a
could
lot
do
of
the
people.
investigating part.
I'm just going to tell Zinon that whatever he wants to do, I'm in.
It sounds to me
I
like
think that the terms at this point is okay.
it sounds to me, or at least it seems the way you're describing it, that most of this job will be left up to our own decisions. Why is that?
Because you don't have the ability to contact me. I need to make sure that you can use your own initiative, and whatever you do, if there's anything from the higher ups, it goes on me, and I sort it out.
Well, of course, but what is it that the higher ups want? Because if it's all just us making decisions, then I don't really see how we're working for you.
The initiative is for when you're in the moment, not for anything they have to do. If they ask for someone to be dead or alive and your initiative states that they need to die first, you take that initiative.
I'm going to assume that most of the people they want dead are not good, or they mean harm.
Very astute of you, yes.
Mm. Okay. Well, I'm in. As much as this organization doesn't sit completely right with me.
I don't suppose you could tell us this organization.
Agree to work with me, and then I can tell you.
Right.
So
I mean-
for my party, I see each and everyone's strengths as they are. We bear weaknesses on our own, but together we could figure out, I would presume, mostly anything that would be put in front of us. So I know your insecurities with this Sedna, but you have shown to be a crucial part of our band of misfits. So
Thank
please,
you.
would you consider at least, if not helping him, would you help us help him?
I mean, yeah, I can. I just, I'm not like a warrior. I don't kill people ever, ever actually. I've only killed spiders, and also other insects like stepping on them. But so I'm just like, are we gonna have to do anything, like amoral? Is what I'm worried about. I don't want this weird shadow organization to go, okay, well, go burn down this village or something.
So, Carter, would we have to commit war crimes under your lead?
Yeah, about what I'm asking. I just want to make sure we're not. I don't want to agree to anything, overly amoral.
We attempt to make sure that the world is in a safer spot than it currently is. And that's all this organization decides to do. And it does it entirely behind shadows, entirely behind sanctuaries. We don't burn down villages of people. Not unless they're weird cult people that decide that the world needs to end, and then we get involved, and then you might need to burn them down. But they're generally on the wrong side of the world anyway.
Okay,
to-
fine.
To
I'll help.
clarify, we haven't burnt down a village for centuries.
As long as you aren't doing that, then I'll help.
I think my final question would be, if we were ordered to kill someone, but then our initiative told us that perhaps the person didn't deserve to die, what would the repercussions be for that?
That would entirely depend on why you think they need to stay alive. If they claim to you that they've got more information that they'll provide to you based on their survival, I'm not going to slam you down for that.
Well,
So what you're saying is violence isn't off the table.
Never is.
I'm just gonna sound like this. Like,
Look,
seems like there's more guidelines than set in stone
Rules.
rules. So
look,
I suppose the flexibility makes me a lot more willing.
I
yes.
understand it's a big risk. And I was in the same position as you over 40 years ago. But with me, loyalty is my best interest. I'm going to be as loyal to you as you are to me. And if you show me that you're disloyal, then we're through. We're finished. As long as you're loyal, we don't have a problem. And to provide my hand at loyalty, if you guys need any help with anything, I mean anything, I have extensive resources to be able to figure those things out. We have a lot more than what an average person or an average individual could hold behind closed doors. But
You
all you need
mentioned
to do is ask.
you say then we're through. What would be the penalty to us for something like that?
Well, it would depend on how much the organization decides to trust you on that one. If they don't think you're going to spill the secret so much, it doesn't matter. Chances are, even if you do, nobody would believe you. So,
Okay. But you're not gonna send like assassins to kill us, right?
I've only done that for one person. Didn't work out well. For me, personally.
Okay. I'm not sure if that's overly comforting, but I guess it's fine.
So what, does this make you our handler or something?
No, it makes me your boss.
Whatever you say, boss.
I like him. Why isn't he the leader?
Well,
Do we have a leader?
Well, considering that I was technically hired by those two at that point too, Zinon and Wauvin. I've always been thinking that they would take the leadership.
I like this one, and he points to Carter. Well,
All right, so I think we have a point.
Wait,
to
but- so
leader
Carter
in their squad.
points to himself.
Damn.
Carter
I like
points
this
to
one.
Carthus. But he would point to himself.
Okay.
Sorry.
There's
There's too many fucking C's. I hate it.
I'm not a leadership type. I prefer to take orders these days.
Right. Well, are you in agreement? You working with me or not?
Yes.
So
No
I
show
see.
of hands as Zinon just raises his hand. I'm in.
well, I'm in.
I've been in since last night.
So what about you, Sedna? What's your choice? What's your decision?
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. Well, now that you're working for me, now you can ask the questions.
What are we hunting?
Well, hunting is a bit of an odd word to use. We have different reports to go on. We think that this is either an inside job along with another entity, or it's just an entity at large. Reports first indicate vampires, but they've been disappeared for 300 years, give or take, so we're not entirely sure if that's the correct path to look at. We also believe it's an inside job. We don't know who exactly might be at the sanctuary to do that, but my eyes is on Third Guild. And there's a couple of other people in the sanctuary that have definitely profited from this attack.
Who? What name did he say?
Third Guild.
The name of the Grand Mage.
Yeah, the Grand
Third
Mage.
Guild. Okay. So the one council member remaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah. Well, I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I have been thinking something.
I mean, you know about the Grand Mage. You know, I think you've been told because Sedna's come back and told the group before when you first met about the attack.
Yeah, I was reasoning more about the cursed object that we handed in.
Mhm.
Well, would it be bad if I just said earlier today I gave him a cursed object?
Yes, that would be quite bad.
Well, yeah, earlier today, well, we were working for him, and we were supposed to investigate a manor, and we found a ancient necklace in there that all I could identify was cursed. Then when we went to go do our payment, they asked if they could have that necklace. This is the secretary, and I gave it to her. So
Okay,
But I
I'm going to make a grand rule from here on out. Anything in the future related to anything comes to me first. Understood?
well, to be fair, you hadn't hired us yet, and they had, so you know.
No, but I would have thought keeping hold of a cursed object might have been more important than handing it off to one power-hungry Grand Mage.
Well, sorry. Maybe if you told us more beforehand, I would have thought of that.
And you stated that we weren't to make contact with you. You were to make contact with us. So how would we have made contact and presented the cursed object?
You could have told me about it yesterday. I told you where I was. Could have come by at any time.
And you could have.
Keep
Your
rowing.
secrets.
Just keep rowing.
You had secrets, and we had secrets.
Well, your
Let's all
secrets
be
aren't as
honest.
secret as you think they are. Who do you think told the Sanctuary that there was something going on at the old Aria estate? Now,
We're still not really sure what was going on there.
well, I hoped somebody would have dealt with it sooner, but unfortunately nobody did until you picked up the contract, and he looks specifically to Sedna. We've been waiting for someone to go in there for months. And you find a cursed object? Who do you think told the Sanctuary that they needed to go check it out?
I assume one of the dead council members.
No, I told the Sanctuary to go check it out because when we walked by there, it was infested with a bunch of fucking spiders and we couldn't walk in, and especially we couldn't walk in because if we did and we got caught, the whole thing would get blown up. Now, we was hoping to get something out of that house, and you've handed it off to the Sanctuary.
Yes, because
given your power, couldn't your organization just pick it up from the Sanctuary?
No, that's not how they work. And Sanctuaries operate independently from others, so now that he's got it, he's going to store it or use it, and I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, that is unfortunate, boss, but you should have been more proactive and come and found us prior to us returning from our mission there.
the mission was to make sure that you were ready for what I was going to ask of you, and I still don't know if you are. But we've got a lot on our plate. So, what I'm going to tell you now, you're going to need to get done. Because we don't know when they're going to attack next, but we know that they are. And we don't know who they're going to target.
About that, we have an appointment at 1 o'clock.
For what?
Clearing
Pest
out
We
the
are
walls.
pest control.
Pest, yeah.
Pest
We want
control?
cheaper items in the shop, so apparently we would get some discount if we cleared out the warehouse from big rats.
Okay. Well, we still need to figure out who the next target is. I got a good idea who it is, but we're not sure. I need you to figure out a couple of other things. First of all, you're going to need to try and get that cursed object back. Second of all, when you find information, you come to me. I don't care anything. Third of all, if someone threatens you with anything, you come to me. I don't care who it is. You come to me. You understand that?
If they
Thursday.
threaten us, and you're not next to us, so we can't come to you. What if they're like, what if they're threatening us and they're saying, they'll kill us if we don't, if we tell you.
Tell me anyway.
Yeah, but what if they're standing right there and you're not right there?
Tell them whatever they
think
want to
what-
hear, and then come to me. I don't care who it is.
Or we could
I think
kill
what Sedna is asking for is a way of contacting you remotely.
That would also be helpful, yes.
D-
Next time you get to me, I'll have you a sending stone. But I don't have one right now. I'll get it the next time we meet.
Sounds great.
If
So
any
what
of
do
you-
you want us to do until next time?
I need you
Other
to figure
than
out how to get
finding
that
the
cursed
necklace.
object back. And I need you to figure out who possibly is the insider person. Like I said, I believe it's the Grand Mage, but there are a couple of other people that have profited very dearly from this incident. So talk to whoever you think you might have profited more. Anybody with recent promotions would be at the top of my list. Second of all, find out anything about vampires from 300 years ago. Evolution's a nasty bitch, and if they've evolved, we need to know what we could be dealing with, or what their weaknesses prior were, so that we can at least try to use them. There's a couple of people that might know. My best advice is to go to the medical center in the sanctuary and find the head doctor. He's an elf. He's 500 years old. He should have information. Thirdly, I need you to be law-abiding citizens as much as possible. So if you're going to steal back that fucking cursed object, don't get caught. Because we've got celebrations next week, and if these vampires do attack again, they're going to be probably attacking at that time. The streets will be packed with people, they'll hide really easily, and we don't know who their next target is. So don't do crime. And if you do, make sure you don't get caught.
All right.
Right.
Oh, about that rat infestation.
I think that's. Are you sure that's really the
Anyways.
priority now?
I mean,
Have an
it should be
appointment.
rather. Yeah, it should be quite quick, right? It's
Yeah.
just some rats.
I suppose.
So
Quick
we take that
adventure,
one
in and
then.
out.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Come on,
that-
Morty.
yeah.
Quick 20-minute adventure. In and out. Right.
Oh fuck!
That's where you're going next, I suppose, unless you've got any more questions. Because you have agreed to be the job, so any questions you had before that he couldn't answer, he can answer now.
How do we collect our pay?
You come to me.
Fine.
It
If you
seems
need
that
weekly
if we have a
payments-
problem, we come to you, and
If
that's
you
the answer to everything.
if you need weekly payments instead, let me know in advance. Otherwise, it's 30 gold for each of you at the end of the month.
Is it the
Okay.
end of the month or a month from this day?
Month from this day.
Okay. Details.
Details are important. Any other questions?
Yeah, any other questions, or could we go hit something?
To the rats.
Go hit something.
I guess we're going to beat up some rats for some reason.
Oh, yeah. What's the organization called?
I work for an organization called the World's Order. We work entirely underneath everyone else and completely in the shadows. A long time ago, there was a group of people who thought important people that have lots of money couldn't be trusted. So they made an organization. It's entirely secretive, which is why I couldn't tell you until you agreed to the job. Nobody knows about it, and if they do, they look like crazy people. Which is why if you leave and don't work with me anymore, you'll just sound like a bunch of crazy idiots. And I couldn't personally care what happens afterwards. But that's the short story.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, now I'm even less skeptical. Should we go kill these rats?
Yes. Let's go.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's head out.
Excited murder noises.
Maybe there's a peaceful
Carnage.
solution.
I'm just gonna quickly run upstairs and grab something, and then I'll be back.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Well, I don't have the map ready anyway, so we'll have to end the
Oh.
episode here. And I'll have the map ready next week for you guys. Okay.
Didn't have the rat map ready.
Johnny looked so
Wow.
disappointed when he was like, "Oh, the session's ending."
Yeah, I'm disappointed.